And you might hear the birds singing. I left the window open. We also might hear the dogs from the neighbors, but that's okay. They're just playing. So although they're growling, they're just playing. So just stand, separate your feet. And what I want you to feel first is how your feet are touching the floor. So maybe if you have flat feet, like where the arches are really going down, press your feet gently out. So press into the outside of your feet. What it does is when you have flat feet, very often we also have knee problems. So because our feet are falling in, our knees are getting that unnatural bend. So you want to press your feet out and you're going to feel probably a little opening into the hips. So only do this if you have flat feet, but if you want to explore, by all means, to say, what is a person with flat feet feeling? Press your arches in and then press them out. And then just stand and feel the four corners of your foot. So the four corners of your foot are below your big toe, and then that line, the other cushion, and then the two sides of your heel. So you really want to feel that. Just for a moment, maybe you have to close your eyes so that you can feel it. And if you don't, that's fine. Like, it's not something that we often explore. So take a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth, let it go. So we want to stand as much as possible in mountain pose, but we're just starting. So eventually, as you're doing your mountain pose more and more, your body gets used to this posture. And the posture of mountain pose is stacking the bones on top of each other. Very little effort from the muscles. So you're getting less tired, you can stand longer, and your bones are aligned. So as we were talking about a little bit about alignment before, so taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then inhale, lengthen the cervical spine. Maybe gently, gently look up. So mini bend in the back of your neck. And then as you exhale, keeping the shoulders where they are, bring the chin to the chest. If you find it difficult to keep your shoulders where they are, bring across the hands in front of you. So it's almost to say to your shoulders, like, don't move. So inhale, very gently, exhale. So you want to move slowly here. Full of little muscles, little nerves into your neck, plus your cervical spine holding your head being so heavy. And inhale up. And now we're gonna turn and look to the right. So again, my shoulders are not moving, my upper body is not moving. Don't go too far. Exhaling. And to the other side. So one side might feel very different than the other. That's okay. So just observe. And if it's hurting, if it's really hurting, you come out, but calmly. If it's just like, oh, it seems it's a little bit stuck there, take a breath in, and as you exhale, maybe go a little bit further. And then coming back, last time to the other side. And then coming back to center and shake it out. We gotta cross our hands on our belly, so the hands are like this. Find a comfortable pose with your feet, so hip distance a little bit less, but don't go like this, okay? We don't want to be too wide for the moment. So our hands are crossed, you don't have to rest them on your belly. Then we're gonna inhale and do the same thing up, so crossing the wrists. So a few times, just doing that, just to get the movement. And then once you're here, we're gonna bring the arms to the side and then reach it up. So you're bending the elbow. What we're actually doing, we're working the shoulders here, and because we're bending the elbow, there's a little bit more effort required in the whole muscle. So this is very good if your shoulders have a tendency to fall forward. Do this 2 more times. See if you can connect your breath. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, 1 more. Exhaling down and release. and shake it out. This time we're going to separate the feet a little bit more and place your hands behind your head. So this is all safe if you have neck issues. So just move with conscious, because if we start to move like, then we don't know what our body is doing. We don't have to control every movement, but we have to be very aware of what we're doing. So open your arms, spread your feet, and then start to go forward. You can bend your knees here. We don't want to overstretch the legs. And then from here, open your elbows and move to the left. And then open and go to the right. So as a pendulum, just moving between one side and the other side. So keeping the elbows wide open. And then slowly coming back to center. Bend your knees, release your hands, bring your hands onto your thighs, and gently coming up. Oh. And I'm just going to mute Christopher, because otherwise he's going to be the one teaching the class.
Sorry.
It's okay. So from here, so we're just moving the spine from one side to the other. That should feel really good. Now we're going to create mini torsions. So separating the feet again, freeing the arms, and then turn to the right. So stay here for a moment. Feel how you're standing. Are you standing strong, or are you like, whoa, what am I doing? What's next? Are you already turning to the other side? So stay in the moment of where we are, and then twist to the other side. So continue to move. Stop thinking, but make sure you lift the back heel to protect your knee. Your hands can clash onto your body, giving you a few massages on the back, maybe not a gentle Thai massage. And then slowly coming back and release. So we warmed up the spine a little bit, placing the feet as wide as your hips. So now it's important that we are aligned. So our feet, our knees, our hips, and then all the way up. So reach the arms up, and then we're going to turn towards the left. So we create that twist, and then bring your, turn towards the right, I'm sorry. Bring your left hand on your right hip, and then bring your right arm back. So I'll turn around so you can see what it looks like. So, and untwist it on top. So we are moving to the right, left hand on the right hip, right arm comes to the back. And now inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, rotate a little bit more. So don't rotate in the hip, because your feet are strong on the floor, and then your knees are going to take the whole weight. So you might think, is this yoga? Are these poses? They are. They all have very complicated names, so, which I don't know yet. And then inhale, reaching up. Feel that length. So stay here for one breath. Lengthening out, and then exhale. So right arm on the left hip, left arm moves back and to the front. So and then I'm going to twist. So inhale, lengthening, exhale, twist. So every exhale, we can go a little bit further. Every inhale, we create a little bit more space. And then very slowly coming back, reaching the arms up. And exhaling down. And release. We're gonna do one thing that's a little bit more difficult today. So see how far you can do it. It's warming up the legs, and but also strengthening the spine and the core. So strengthening the legs, of course, because it's warming up, but it's also a very good one for your spine. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Separate your feet a little bit, so hip distance are a little bit wider. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. So you don't want to be with your toes out. And then inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, bring the arms forward and start to bend. But we're not gonna lift our heels. So you might fall. And if you fall, you just get back up. So reach your arms forward. This is your counter weight. Reach your hips back. If your knees are not in top shape, then maybe you cannot go all the way down. Like for me, that's my limit. I know, but you want to lengthen your spine. Otherwise, you're gonna pull onto your back, lower back. So go a little bit deeper. This might be like, what the heck is she doing? But if you do this a few times, which we're going to do 2 more times, so lift up. You should already feel your legs warming up. Maybe you feel your spine is like not really sure what's going on, but make sure your spine remains neutral. So don't start to round and compensate with your lower back. Then you stay a little bit higher. Once you start to round, you stay there. Otherwise, you can go all the way down. And one more time, press into those feet, they're anchored. Reach up. This time, come onto your tippy toes so we can reach a little bit higher. And then we're going down for the last time. And we're gonna stay down, okay? So go all the way down. And then bring your hands in the back and come into a seat. So from here, placing the hands in the back, don't round your shoulders. So you can bring the fingertips to the front, ideally to the back on the fingertips. Separate your feet as wide as your mat. And then we're going to turn the hips, the knees towards the right. So the left knee comes behind the right heel. And then slowly twist towards the left. Inhale, exhale, keeping the spine long. Even if you're leaning back a little bit, that's okay. Inhale, exhale. And then slowly coming back, and the other side. So opening the outside of our hips. You might notice one side, again, being very easy, the other a bit more challenging. Press into the fingertips. If fingers are getting tight, come onto flat hand. Lift up your chest if you want. Rotate. And coming back to center. And now gently move your legs from one side to the other. And release. Come back to center. So we are going to warm up the legs a little bit so we can go into those big warrior poses a little bit easier later. And really maybe focus less on the physical part of what's happening in the poses, and be more connected with what it does mentally. So opening the legs, if you're falling back, I think by now you know it, sit on the edge of a pillow, toes are pointing up, and your legs are so active that maybe your heels are even lifting. So you want to really sit straight here. So if you're sitting on something and you're still falling back, bring the fingertips to the back, roll the shoulders back, and lengthen your spine, and maybe roll to the front of your sitting bones. And this might be enough for you. So we're stretching the inside of our thighs. If this is like, I cannot do this, then you grab a blanket. Like I would not take such a big blanket, but just a towel or something, and you place it, I hope you can see this in a way. So you place it under your knees. Still your legs are active, but your knees a little bit bent, and that should give you a little bit more breathing space to move. So as you go on with your practice, eventually that little towel becomes smaller and smaller, and you can be here with your legs pressing down. So in the meantime, we've been breathing in, breathing out, maybe go a little bit more forward. If you're comfortable and you're not falling back, you can definitely place your hands in the front with a straight back. So don't start to, yes, I'm closer. Roll the shoulders back, long spine, inhaling, exhaling. And slowly walking back. We're gonna keep the right leg out, bend the left leg, and place the foot on the floor. So if your knee is flying high, again, take a blanket, that's all you're gonna need today. Take a blanket, place your knee there so you can rest. So again, these are poses that are a little bit more difficult and we're starting out. It's the morning, so not for everybody, but we're starting out. So please be gentle with your body, move with your breath. Let your breath tell you how far you can go. So we have our right leg pointing to the side, our left leg bent, the foot flat on the floor. By that I mean the top of the foot is on the floor, so you should see the sole of your foot. So first of all, we're gonna inhale and lengthen. Find that space. And then turn towards your right foot. So gentle, gentle twist. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, come forward. So if you can reach your toes, that's great. Otherwise, just grab what you can. So from here, you should feel a twist in the belly. Inhale, exhale. So my body too is not very warmed up this morning, so I'm not gonna go all the way down. I just want to be able to breathe and feel the exhale releasing gently. So from here, grab your tibia or a little bit higher, and with your right hand, and then your left hand is gonna move to the back. So we're opening to the side. We're trying to bend a little bit towards our long leg. So opening the left side of our body. If you want a more challenge, reach your arm up. Eventually, we're going to be able to grab the toes. Inhale, exhale. So I'm not there at all, but that's okay. I know my limits for now, where I am today, and I still can breathe, and I still enjoy it, and I don't get frustrated because I cannot reach my toe. And then slowly coming up and release. So bring your body back to center and then changing sides. So left leg goes out, right leg opens. Again, put something underneath. I have a knee problem, so my foot, I cannot place it very close, but otherwise you really put it into your groin area. So again, find that length. If you're still sitting on something, it's perfect. So you should still be sitting more on the front sitting bones. And then reach up, lengthen up, turn towards the left leg, and then exhale, fold. You can round your spine here, that's okay. So wherever you are, that's where you are. Take a few breaths here. Feel a compression probably on your left organs, that's okay. Waking them up as well. And then reach your right arm up, open up the right side, and then reach over. Don't lift your right bum. So press it down, otherwise you're gonna maybe reach your toes, but you're gonna be all very unstable. So inhale, open up a little bit more, exhaling. And then slowly coming back and release. Bring the legs to the front, the hands to the back, the fingers can point forward, and just release your legs. So I hope this feels good. It's a new one, so come onto your hands and knees now. And just for a moment, move a little bit with your body. So just move what you need to move. So run, maybe big circles with your hips. Maybe you're starting to bend your elbows. Maybe you're moving your head, looking up, looking down. Just be very gentle with the neck. Maybe you want to create a banana by pushing your hips to one side and looking to the other side. So just after the twist with it, this might feel very, very good. And then coming back to tabletop, so wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, press into your hands, and then for a moment, see if you can lift your belly button all the way to the sky without moving your back. So we're not doing any tilt in the hips. We're just gonna lift our belly button up. Take a deep breath in, into the chest. Keep the belly button up. And then exhale, release the belly. So we're gonna do that one more time. Inhale. Bring the belly button in. In. If you can breathe normally in between, that's okay, but keep the belly button in. And then release. So again, a little massage for our organs. And we're gonna go for 5 cycles of cat and cow. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, tailbone goes down, belly button goes up. But here your whole spine moves and chin to chest. Press into your hands. The chin comes really close to your chest. You should feel a stretch in the upper back. And then as you inhale, tailbone goes up, belly button down, roll the shoulders back, and look forward. And we're going to continue moving like that. Follow your breath. So close your eyes. As you exhale, you're rounding. And imagine your spine is a wave rolling very gently. So it's not like a sudden movement broken down as you make a change. It's just the rolling of your spine. And one more time. And then neutral smile. Extend your right leg, bring your right toes on the floor, and reach the left arm out. So we're gonna start like this just for stability. So you want to press your toes down and press your heels back without twisting in the hips. So without bringing the right hip back. Reach your fingers forward, the palm is on the inside, and then lift your right leg. So feel the difference. As soon as you lift your right leg, your core is activating. Can you still breathe? Did your spine stay neutral, especially the lower back? Press into your supporting arm. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then we're gonna bend the right knee, lift it up. So lift the right knee up, still reaching the left arm forward. And then as you exhale, bend the elbow and bring the knee to the elbow. So again, big curve in the spine here. Lift your knee, reach your arm out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Lift and exhale. Round and stay here. Press into your supporting arm. Round your spine. Place your left hand on the floor. Keep the knee into your chest. And then release. Take a breath in and a breath out. Lengthen the left leg. So again, make sure your hips remain stable. So we don't want to move the left hip back. Press your toes down, heel back, reach your right arm forward. Palm on the inside. Inhale, and our left, feel how your core is activating. Reach back, press your heel back. If your stability is not there, keep your toes on the floor, just the toes, so that you can still engage the core, because that's what makes us stable. Reaching out. So you should feel a diagonal stretch in your body, and then bend your left knee, lift your knee up, and exhale, bend the elbow, knee to elbow. So 2 more times like this. Reach out, lift up, exhale. One more. Lift up. Exhale. Round. Place your right hand on the floor. Bring your knee a little bit closer, round a little bit more. Work with your belly button. Exhale. Release. Open your knees wide. Bring your big toes together. And sit back. You can relax your shoulders a little bit, bring your arms back. You can place your hands onto your feet, maybe give your feet a little massage or a little tickle. Place your forehead on the floor. And take deep breaths in And long breaths out. So you want to feel the breath filling your back so that if there is an expansion taking place, the air is coming in, the lungs are filling up. And because we're folded forward, you have a little bit less space there. So open up your back. And now reach your arms forward. Come again onto all fours. And we're gonna walk the hands a little bit closer to the knees. And then come onto our head. So don't do this if you have a neck issue. So come onto the crown of your head and then grab your heels. So maybe you have to come a bit closer. Stay as high as you can with your hips. So your head comes quite close to your knees. And then roll your head away. So you're actually rolling more onto the crown, and you should feel a big stretch in the top of your shoulders, on the back. So holding onto the feet. Keep on breathing here. And slowly release and come back. So we're going to do one more here, and then we'll start moving a little bit more vigorous. So we're going to do hero pose. So I really want to suggest you take a blanket or a pillow, because we're going to do a one-legged hero pose. We're not going to do with both legs. I'm just going to grab a wider blanket so you can see what I'm doing. So you might take the time to take a blanket or a pillow. So I just fold it, we'll adjust it as we need it. So here, the full hero pose I'm just going to show you is where you're sitting on your heels and your feet are a little bit outside, and then you're actually going to sit in between your heels, so very comfortably on the floor. It's definitely not for everybody. Lots of pressure on the knees. Your toes should be pointing back. So one thing you can do if you ever sit in full hero pose, definitely please lift yourself up a few blocks or books. But we are going to go just in half hero pose. So we're going to bring our legs to the front, just to start. And then lean over to the left, bend your right knee, so your foot is on the outside of your hip, and your toes are pointing back. It's really important. If this is too much for your knee, don't worry, we're gonna prop ourselves up. So we still lean over for the moment, and then take your blanket, and then lift yourself up, and bring the blanket under your left cheek. So your right shouldn't need that because you want it to fall down. So make it as high as you have to make it. It's a huge stretch in the quads. If this is too much, we gotta continue in the pose. But if this is too much and you just want to focus on really this, just sit like this. So you bend your left knee, you hold onto your knee, and you breathe so that the quadriceps can slowly start to release. You want to keep your knees as much as possible together if they're here, but if this is not comfortable, so explore. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's construction in the hips is different. So it's well possible that you sit very high here, maybe that you have something underneath here. And please give me feedback after the class if this is too much for you, or if you really have difficulties with any of these new poses that I'm introducing today. So if this is already stretching enough for you, you're just gonna stay here. If you want to go a little bit further, you're going to bring your hands to the back, you're going to bring the fingers to the back, and then you're going to walk yourself down. Your knees are staying on the floor, your foot, your left leg is staying on the floor, and you walk yourself a little bit more down. So as soon as you start to lift your right knee, you're not stretching the top of our quadriceps anymore. So you can come onto your forearms, that might be enough. If you're very flexible there, you can lay down all the way. But then you probably can do a full hero pose with the both knees bent. So big muscles, big breaths. So inhale, and then see if you can release. See if you can observe what's actually happening in your body. So for the moment, the first thought is like, whoa, that quadriceps or my knee or my foot, or so see if we can just see, okay, what else? Why am I reacting like this? Inhale, exhale, and then slowly coming back up. So wherever you are, if you stayed here, just lengthen out your leg home. We're gonna go back and lean onto our left. Very important. You don't want to start to rotating the knee, and then hold your tibia and bring your foot forward and extend. And then bring the blanket or whatever you have to the other side. It might be very different one side to the other. So legs are straight, lean over to the right, bend your left knee, left foot on the outside of your hip. So I hope you can see that. So my left foot is really on the outside. It's not all the way out, it's just on the outside. And my toes are pointing back. You will see very often kids sitting like that where their feet are pointing out. It affects the knees. So kids are young and they'll grow out of it, but still, if they can, they should bring their feet back. So again, we're gonna lean over, lift, sit onto our blanket. If this is enough, you can just hold on here and maybe find some comfort in the pose. Push yourself up on other blankets. If this is painful, of course you come out. So from here, lengthen the leg, bring the knees as close as possible to each other. Inhale, exhale. If you want to go further, just explore. Walk your hands back. Maybe come onto your forearms. Maybe you're all the way down. Pressing the left knee down because it's going to want to lift. That's the upper side of our quadricep that we're stretching. Maybe you feel it somewhere else in your quadriceps, that's okay. But if you're like, okay, this is still good, press your knee down, maybe lift your groin area a little bit and you're going to feel more work. Don't forget, these are very big muscles, so don't overstretch them because we use them all the time. And then slowly coming back up. So when you come back, you don't want to wiggle yourself up. You want to, with both your hands, press yourself up. You're going to lean over to the right. Again, move that leg forward and then take the blanket away. You can just put it on the side. Maybe we'll need it, maybe not. So from here, let's turn our knees to the side. So you can have your left foot against your right thigh. Sit as straight as possible. If you're falling over, again, take the blanket under your left arm. Take a deep breath in, and then start to twist gently to the right. Come back to center, twist gently to the left. Observe maybe differences. So twist to the right, and you can hold on to your legs here. Back to center, twist to the left. We're going to stay to the left, bring your right hand on your left knee, your left hand in the back. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, turn around. Inhale, lengthening, turn. So twist happening mainly in the lower spine here. And then coming back to center. Bring the knees up, move them to the other side. So one side you might be falling over much more, as you can see for me. So I'm sorry for the noise. I'm gonna sit on my blanket here with my right thumb on the blanket so I can have my spine a little bit straight. I have a scoliosis, so it's never straight, but I can't seem to find. So again, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center, exhale to the right. One more time, left. And then to the right, left hand on your right knee, right hand in the back, open the chest, so press it back, shoulder back, open the chest. Inhale, exhale. And then slowly coming back and release. And come on to hands and knees. And now we're gonna start moving. So hands in the front of our mat, knees at the back, and we're just gonna go for 5 rounds of breath, moving back and forward. So fingers pressing down into the mat, shoulders rolling out, eye of the elbows going to the front. You press the tops of your feet into your mat, or if you need a bit more stability, you curl your toes. We're gonna inhale to the front, activating the core. Exhale, long spine. So keep on pressing the thumb and the index into the floor. Roll the shoulders out, press the hips back. So 4 more breaths at your own rhythm. Stay with your breath and observe the movement. So don't just move automatically, but really move with conscious. Full awareness of what am I actually doing, what am I feeling. And one more. And we're gonna stay back for that last one. So press your fingers down, press your hips back, lengthen your spine, rolling the shoulders out. Tucking the toes now. And then coming back to the front, lifting the knees, coming into plank. Activate the core, press your heels back, make sure all your toes are curled. Press, press, press. The upper part of your spine is lifting up, your neck is long. And then exhale, bring the knees down. Press gently back, going to downward dog. So whatever you need to do to go into downward dog. Lift your knees up, keep your knees bent. Press into your hands. So same movement with your spine. Pressing the hips away from your hands, opening the shoulders, keeping the knees bent. And then very gently walk in your dog. So feel what's happening. Very often, as I was saying before we started, we do this pose over and over, and we expect it to be like this. We go there in autopilot, and then sometimes it feels really good, and sometimes our body's a little bit more stiff and not cooperating. But we should really stay as if we do the pose for the first moment, and then continue to explore. And now bend both your knees. Lift your hips so your belly button goes in and towards the thighs. Press into your hands, roll the shoulders out, and then lengthen your legs. So intention is to one day touch the floor. If you feel your lower back is rounded because your hamstrings are too short, bend your knees. So you don't want to stretch in the lower back. You want to have a neutral spine. We're going to lift the right leg up as high as you can, keeping the upper body long. Bend your right knee, and then stack your hips on top of each other. So your right foot is going back, maybe your left heel is going down. If that's too much of a stretch, keep your heel off the floor, but keep the spine long. Equal weight into both your arms. Inhale, exhale, release. Bend your knee like we did before on our hands and knees. Bring the knee into the chest. Round your spine and then bring your right foot in between your hands. I'm going to break it down a little bit so we can give a break to the wrists. Bring the left knee on the floor. Untuck your toes unless you need for stability. So left hand is flat on the floor, your shoulder is above the wrist. Reach your right arm forward. At the same time, you're reaching your heart forward. Don't strain your neck, so just have a long spine, long neck. And then reach your arms up as you inhale, turn the palm out, and then continue that circle. As you come down, you turn the palm back in and you reach forward. Let's do this 2 more times. So again, become very conscious, the breath guiding the movement. And we're supported on our left hand. And then coming back to center. We're gonna open up to the side. So inhale, lengthen the upper body, reach the heart forward, press into your left hand, and then very slowly, see if you can imagine your spine from your tailbone starting to slowly open, rotating one vertebrae at a time. So looking to the side, press into your hand. If you want to go a little bit further, you can always lift your knee. But make sure you keep the rotation, you keep the long spine. Inhaling, exhaling, and then release. Walking your hands back. This time I'm really going to give you a break on the wrist. Keep the toes down. So if you need to shake out your hands a little bit, go for it. And then lifting the toes, hamstring stretch. So feeling the back of your body. If you have blocks, you can always use them here. You can always go here. And then slowly coming back forward. Staying here, bring the hands onto the thigh, roll the shoulders back. So inhale, stay where you are. Exhale, let go into the hips. So release into the groin area, the front of your left thigh. Don't push it down. Otherwise, we overstretch this and it's a very, very strong muscle. So you overstretch it, it's really going to be painful walking up the stairs. So just go with gravity. We don't have to do anything. Enjoy that we have rest. You can rest here. You can just stay here for, I would say, maximum 10 breaths. Sometimes when you take yin classes, they go very, very long, and it's not my thing. So very slowly bring the hands back down. Move a little bit back just to give some release to your groin. And then bring the right leg back. Place your hands at the front of the mat, moving back into your downward dog. So lifting the hips. Maybe walking your dog just to stretch it out again. Downward dog is a very healing pose, I find. Eventually it's going to be a very meditative pose. You can believe me or not. And there's always something new when you do downward dog. It's not a static pose. None of the poses are static. So strong arms, long upper body. Lift your left leg up as high as you can. And then bend your left knee. And then open up. So your left foot is almost pressing back, but your knees really bent. Equal weight into both your arms. Maybe your right heel goes all the way to the floor. Maybe not. Keep on breathing. And then lift your left leg up. Same thing. So bend your left knee and now bring it towards your chest. Round your spine. Move forward and then bring your left foot in between your hands. So if your foot doesn't reach all the way to the front, place it down, grab your ankle and move it forward. So don't start to do all kinds of gymnastics here. It's better to indicate to your foot where it has to go. Right knee comes down on the floor. So from here, this time the right hand is down on the floor. So if your wrist is hurting, come onto your fist, especially if this is too low. So you can always come onto the fist and then reach your left arm forward. As you do this, lengthen your upper body, reach your heart up. So the palm is on the inside, your knee, your left knee points towards your toes, so don't make it fall out. Inhale, reach up, open up, turn the palm as you come up, and then exhale down. Turn the palm down. Inhale up, turn the palm out. Exhale, turn the palm in. One more time. So this is a big shoulder opening and many more things working. So left hand comes on the floor, reach your heart forward, press into your right hand and gently open up. Watch out for that left knee that it doesn't go up. So again, imagine your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, opening up like like this. Inhale, press into your supporting arm, reaching up. You can just look to the side, you don't have to look up. And then exhale, release. Walk your hands back, press your toes down, feel the stretching to your toes. And then slowly lift your toes, straight leg, feel the stretch into the back of your leg. Walk your hands back forward. So we're still on our knee. And come up. So let's do 5 breaths here, releasing into the groin. So you can definitely rest a little bit here. If you have someone in front of you, you can have a little chat. Because we don't want to pay too much attention, we just want to let go. So don't hold into the groin area. One more breath, I think. And then bring the hands down, walk, go a little bit back so that you find some release in the groin area. Bring your left knee back, hands to the front. We're going to go into downward dog so that we can come up standing. So move your hips up. Press into your hands, roll the shoulders back. Inhaling, exhaling. And slowly walk your feet towards your hands. When you come forward, stay folded. We have stretched our leg quite a lot. So maybe you're like, oh, I can reach a little bit deeper. So your upper body is very relaxed. So you let it all drop down. If you need to bend your knees a little bit because your lower back is hurting, please do that. Otherwise, stay where you are. So for now, we're just hanging forward, dropping the head. You can grab the opposite elbows. You can gently swing from side to side. You can say yes and no with your head. So taking advantage of the weight of your head to stretch out your cervical spine. And then release your arms. And I want you to stretch out your legs. So if you need to come a little bit higher, please do so. So stretching out the legs, take the right hand and place it somewhere on your left leg. So grab your left leg with your right hand. We want to keep the torso straight forward for the moment. So we're not going all the way to the left. We want to keep the torso straight forward. So as you inhale, reach your heart forward, lengthen out your spine. Place your left hand on your lower back. So just that. Stay there for one more breath. Inhale, and then with your exhale, we're going to again create a torsion. This time in, hopefully you feel in the middle spine. So left elbow comes up. You're moving mostly from the center of your spine and you're opening your shoulders. So you can really pull onto your left leg. Your legs are straight, your torso is straight. So if you need to come higher, if you're here, it's fine as well. If you're all the way down, it's fine as well. You are where you are. Bring the belly button in a little bit more, maybe you can twist a little bit more, and release. And then go to the other side. So grab your right leg with your left hand, lengthen the spine, right hand on the lower back. Inhale, just stay here for one cycle of breath. Exhale, so that we find our center. Inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to twist to the side. Belly button goes in, so we have a bit more space to move. And then slowly coming back, bending the knees, placing the hands onto the thighs, and roll yourself all the way up. And release. Whoa. It's a different practice, I feel it. Doing things that I usually don't do, so I hope you enjoy it. I do. So Taking a deep breath in. Place your feet where they're comfortable. So without thinking, just place your feet where they're comfortable. How would you be standing normally if you would be waiting in line? And we are waiting a lot in line. So just observe. How does that feel? How much are you connected with the earth? How much energy do you get into your body all the way up? And maybe you're ready to the habit of doing mountain pose wherever you're waiting. Like really take advantage of all the lines we have to wait in to do your mountain pose. So wherever you are with your feet, it's possible that one foot is more out. So depending on your hips, sometimes one hip is different than the other, and then one foot, I'm exaggerating the move, can be a little bit more out. Or maybe your toes are really pointing in and you're always standing like this, and this is your natural pose. So let's see if we can align. So it will feel awkward if your feet are a little bit spacey all the time, and it's nothing wrong with it, it's just who you are. But I want you to feel the alignment of your body. So first of all, look at your feet and place them parallel to each other, meaning the outside of your feet is parallel. So this is of course going to affect how it feels in your hips. Don't let it too much affect your knees. So your knees should be turning with your ankles. It's the hips that are going to take whatever adjustment here. Lift the kneecaps. Lift the quads. So we work them quite a lot. We stretch them, so you should know where they are. Inhale, gently enter the belly button. So not as much as we did before, just gently, and then lift up the belly button, as if you're lifting your organs up. And then inhale, lift the sternum, and roll the shoulders back and bring the shoulder blades down. So don't bring the shoulder blades together, bring them down. So they're triangles, the tip of the shoulder blade is pointing towards your hips. If you feel that you're curving your spine in a very unnatural way, just gently, gently tuck your tailbone. Usually that should be held by lifting your belly button, because your pubic bone is going to follow your belly button. And then relax your arms. Lengthen your cervical spine. Press your cervical spine against your skull. Gently tilt your chin a little bit towards your chest. And now, how does it feel? Awkward? New? Interesting? Or I'm not sure what I'm doing. Whatever, everything is good. So take a breath in and exhale. Press into your feet. And now as you inhale, see if you can imagine from your feet, finding that energy coming up, maybe lifting your chest a little bit, maybe lengthening the neck a little bit without looking up. So keep the chin facing down, long, long, long. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms to the side. So again, we don't want to have the shoulders tickling our ears. We want to have the shoulder blades going down. So lengthen the arms and then bring the shoulder blades down. From here, bring the right arm underneath the left. So we're going to cross our arms and give yourself a hug. So give your shoulder blades a hug, not your shoulders. So the arms are not up. Give your shoulder blades a hug. And if you want, you can bring the hands together. If you have shoulder injuries, move very gently. If your neck is hurting, make sure that you don't put any strain onto your neck. If you don't reach all the way with your hands, just keep them pointing up. Don't try to make bends in the wrist or anything. It's better to stay here. So from here, we are going to go into a balancing pose. So bend your knees slightly. Right arm is underneath, so we're going to lift the right leg and bring it over. So I'm going to go gradually with the options. Your thighs are going to press onto each other. Your toes can be on the floor. Your toes can be next to your left leg, or you can maybe walk your toes all the way around, but then you have to bring your hips back to the center. So wherever you are, there you are. If the balancing is too much, or you just want to do the balancing and the arms is too much, take what serves you best now. but not what's the easiest. So keep your spine straight. Press your hips, press your thighs together. Maybe bend your knee a little bit more. Lift your elbows a little bit more. And then slowly, whoops, release and shake it out. My balancing has been a little bit off the last couple of days, so it's an interesting observation of what's happening in the mind. Right side, left side of the brain, creativity, rationality. Where do I want to go? So take a breath in and again, find your mountain pose. It's the base of so many things. Reach your arms out and find the length. So reach your fingertips away, roll the shoulder blades down. This time left underneath the right and hug yourself. And this can be enough for you. So walk your hands back. Don't collapse into the rest of your body. Like we're still standing straight. Don't go like this, okay? Everything is working here. And then lift your arms, interlace. One side again can be very different. Bend your knees. Come onto the right leg, left leg over the right, and then maybe your toes remain on the floor for stability. Maybe you bring your foot a bit closer, maybe you wrap it around. And then bring your hips back to the front. Maybe lift a little bit in your elbows so that they are the height of your shoulders. Press your thighs together. And then slowly release the arms and do the legs and shake it out. So you should feel like almost a tinkling or in the shoulders or the upper spine. And that's good. And I see people moving, so it's good. You have to listen to your body, what you need now to release. So standing again in Tadasana. If you can, place your hands onto your hips and we're gonna jump and open the legs. So otherwise, just go like this. If you wanna jump, jump. Always jump, knees bent, and then lengthen them up. So quite a big step here. And remember, we were sitting on the floor with our legs wide open to open the inner thighs. So we're gonna use that now into our triangle pose. So hands onto the hips, turn your right foot towards the front of your mat. Your left foot remains parallel with the back of your mat. Bring your right hand into your hip crease. So you don't want to be pushing onto your hip. It's not going to move. It's like bone all over. The muscles are here, the hip crease, just a little bit lower. So you see where my darker shirt is my hip, and then my hip crease is just below here. My left hand can stay onto my hip for the moment. And then start to press back. Press your hips back. Don't lean forward, don't lean back. For now, we're just pressing back. Press the outside of your foot into the mat. So remember when we did see how people with flat feet feel and then come to the outside? You come to the outside of your foot and you go further. You should feel that your limit most probably is going to be your inner thigh. So move it, open the chest. So we're really in between two walls here. Go a little bit further. If you need to have a little bit of support, you can place your right hand on your right thigh and find length. So equal length into both sides. So we're not here. Equal length. So find that length and then reach your left arm up. And now, if you want to reach your left arm down, or you keep the support in for your upper body by pressing your right hand into your right thigh. Triangle pose. One of the most difficult poses because there's so many adjustments to do. So left hip moves back, right bum moves forward, so that we can find a little bit more space, opening the chest. You're almost leaning backwards here. 2 more breaths, maybe every exhale you go a little bit deeper. And then slowly coming back up. Bend your front knee and come into warrior 2. So warrior 2, the back foot, back leg remains the same. Shoulders on top of the hips, reaching out again. Shoulder blades go down. Bending the front knee goes towards your front toes. Look at your front fingers, looking without really seeing anything. So gazing. Take a breath in, go a little bit deeper. Strong legs here. You're strengthening what we just stretched out. Work with your bum muscles, they're holding you up. So don't curve your spine. Bring the tailbone a little bit down if you feel your belly is falling forward. So just that tilt in the hips. It's not for everybody. So discover your body. What is my tendency is to compensate and fall forward. And if you don't know, just explore. Move the tailbone a little bit down. Does it feel good for you? And then turn the front palm up. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. Glide the back hand down your leg. So no support, just gliding down. Inhale, lengthen, open up. Keep the front knee bent. So we're not moving anything into our lower body. We are opening up the right side of our body. And next exhale, coming back. Place your hands on your hips. Bring the feet back to the center. And again, if you want to hop, you bend your knees and you hop. Or you walk. And shake it out. So I want you to come back into your mountain pose. So the one that we worked on a little bit, not your natural mount, whatever your name is. So but the mountain pose, that we are trying to feel that the bones are aligned. And just observe your body, one side to the other, knowing that you worked one side a little bit more. How does that feel? Hopefully it feels good on that side and you really are eager to go to the other side. So taking a breath in, placing the hands on the hips. And again, we're gonna separate our feet, so go there as you want, open up. If you live in an apartment, people downstairs might wonder what you're doing. That's okay, tell them to join. So hands on the hips, turn the left foot out. So it's really just that turning onto the heel. That's all we're doing. Both legs are straight, both legs are strong, your kneecaps are up. And then we're gonna bring that left hand again into the hip crease so that where you really feel that bend from your hip into your thigh. And then start to slowly push your left hip away so that your right hip is starting to lift. Press your back foot down. Press, press, press. Open up. Don't start to fall forward. So the goal is not to be on the floor. Like eventually, maybe not. Okay? That's our intention. But where we are now is aligning the upper body, strong legs, opening up in between two walls. So upper hip goes back, lower bum goes forward. I know this is quite abstract, and that's where live teaching is more interesting, but we'll do with what we have, and you have time to explore yourself. So we're gonna start to rise the right arm up, keeping that length into our upper body. If you need to, press your left hand onto your left thigh. Open up a little bit more. So open your chest, open your shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Go a little bit deeper, if you can. So stay stable, stay with your breath at all times. And with your next inhale, come back up, lengthen out the arms and bend your front knee. So again, gazing in front of you. I hope you have a nice view. Although you should be gazing, so looking at nothing, really. Pressing the outside of the back foot into the floor, active back leg, turn the front palm, and then dancing warrior. So for 3 or 4 breaths, staying here with every inhale, creating a little bit more space, so reaching up. Every exhale, maybe go back. And that feels so good. Inhale, exhale. Keeping the front knee bent. And then slowly coming back into your warrior 2. Lengthening both legs, bring the toes to the front, hands on the hips, and hop your feet together. and shake it out. So, wow, I think we work quite a lot of muscles in our body. So we gotta do one more balancing pose and a hip opener. So most of you probably know already where we're going. So, oops, if your balance is not the greatest, find a wall. If you don't have a spare wall, find a chair. It's not ideal with a chair, but we'll make it work. So if you're two, you can always hold on to each other, but that's at your own risk. So separate your feet a little bit wider than the hips, the same thing, whether you use the wall or not. If you're using the wall, you're gonna lean your sacrum and your shoulder blades into the wall. And then start to bend your knees. So if you don't use the wall, just start to bend your knees, keeping the shoulders above the hips. And then bringing, if you're against the wall, you can place your fingertips on the wall. Don't place your flat hands. Otherwise, keep your hands onto the hip. Then lift your right leg, open your hip. So you really want to find an opening in the hip, opening the knee, placing the foot above the knee, the ankle is over the leg. Foot is flexed, so if you're against the wall, you're still with your bum and your shoulders against the wall. And then start to lower. If you're not against the wall, you can bring your hands in front of your heart if you're flexed, if you're stable. Otherwise, just keep them at your hips for now. And then slowly start to lower down. If you're against the wall, fingertips, maybe you can get off the wall just a little bit. And then we're going to start to fold forward to create a little bit more opening into the hips. So lengthen your spine. If your hands are on your heart, keep them there. If they're fingertips on the wall, if you need to, you can bring your hips against the wall and start to fold forward. Bend your supporting leg. Bend it, bend it. If your hands are here, you want to move further, lean forward. Eventually your fingers are going to touch the floor. And then you can go into a balance pose on your hands. So reaching forward, feeling that opening in the hip, explore, like, Maybe you feel that you're leaning more to one side or the other. Maybe you feel that your spine is really rounding too much. So just explore different ways of putting your body here. And then eventually you're gonna reach a little bit further. Then wherever you are, bring your hands back onto your heart. Slowly press into your supporting leg. Bring your hands on your hips. Keep here. So if you're against the wall, keep it here. And for one moment, gently press your knee a little bit more back. Toes are pointing down. Lengthen the spine. Straight supporting leg. So hopefully your foot doesn't glide off, but you're pressing quite a lot. Feeling maybe an opening here. And release and come back. That felt good. So let's go to the other side. Bending the knees. Hands onto the hips. If you're against the wall, fingertips against the wall. Don't go with flat hands. Bring the weight into the right leg. Lift your left knee. Open your hips. You really want to imagine the hip that's opening. The knee moves to the side. And then the foot comes over the leg. So don't go here like you're sitting. Otherwise you won't feel anything in your hips. So you really want to have that hip open. Foot is flexed. There's a little nook above your knee that you can place your, just above the ankle, that spot right in there. So and then again, start to bend your knee. Maybe hands in front of your heart. Feel your core being strong here. So if you let go of your core, you feel there's a part of your body not working. So that's about feeling the whole body. Yoga means union, so we want to get everything together. Everything is working. Even our little toe, even our eyebrows are working here. So go deeper. Keep your spine straight for now. Inhale. If you want to go a little bit further, if you're against the wall, you can keep your bum against the wall and then start to bend forward, or you can bring your hands in front of your heart, still straight back. From the moment you let go of your hands, then you can start to Gently round your spine. But it's not about, yes, I can reach and then hurt your back. That's not what it is. It's with control, feeling every move you're making. Maybe bend your supporting leg a little bit more. Inhale, exhale. And then very slowly, coming all the way up. Place your left hand for a moment on to your left thigh or left knee and open up. Right leg is straight. Maybe a very different feeling, one side to the other. So opening up, a little bit more balance, and then release. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move down. We have some more time. So by all means, if you're like, wow, this is a heavy duty for me today at this time, by all means, as we're moving down, you can always go into your Shavasana, whatever your body needs. We are gonna slow down, so you do whatever you want to do. It's really important to listen what your body needs now. So let's gently move towards the floor in a controlled manner. So feet are pointing out, feet a little bit, or as wide as the mat, but your toes can definitely spill out if you have long toes like I do. So from here, hands onto the hips, or reach your arms forward, shoulders back. And then start to bend your knees, bend your knees, bend your knees, go slowly. Keep your heels onto the floor if possible, and place your hands down and then just move a little bit, watching out for the knees, so you don't want to create too much torsion in your knees. And then as you move to your left, right foot flat on the floor, left hand flat on the floor, straight line, leg against the arm, and then you're gonna open up. So inhale, open up, and open up as much as you can. Lengthen your upper body, and then open up a little bit more. Lengthen up your upper body, open up a little bit more. You can really throw your arm back. Feeling that stretch in the chest, in the front shoulder, and exhale and change sides. So you're gonna move your way towards your right toes. Your right heel is up, left foot on the floor, arm on the inside. And then reach your left arm up, open up, open up, open up. Look at your hands, maybe press a little bit more. Don't forget to breathe. And coming back to center. Bring the hands back. Bring the knees in front, so bend your knees. Keep the knees together, and for a moment, just rest here. So take a few breaths, as if you were in child's pose. It's basically the same shape. So see if you can feel the back of your body. So no pressing towards the knee, just very gently. If you're here, that's fine too, wherever you are. If you need to bring your legs a little bit more out, maybe a little bit more to the front. So really find what is good for me. Where do I have pleasure? And then very slowly placing the hands in the back, lengthening out the legs. Coming on to your forearms, no worries, we're not going to go into fish pose. We're just going to move down. So from here, you're on your elbows, you're going to reach your arms forward. Press your heels down, activate your core just for a moment, and then come up. Lengthen your body. So keep your legs very active, your toes are pointing up. And then exhale, come down. Maybe you can go lower. You know where you are. Inhale, up. One more time. Exhale, and then very slowly moving all the way down. Bring the knees closer. Arms are stretched out, hands on the knees. So one hand on each knee. Bring the knees together. And then bring the knees towards the chest. So you're going to pull your knees in with your hands. roll out and roll forward. So big circle. Don't stretch. The goal is not to stretch anymore. We're done stretching. So we just want to release as if we're massaging our femur going into the hip socket. So that ball there, just gentle, gentle massages, and then change sides. Maybe it's cracking somewhere, your knees or your hips. As long as there's no pain, we're fine. If after doing a thing like that where it really cracks, it hurts, then you might want to adjust the movements you're doing. And then coming back to center. Bend your left knee, press your left foot down, lengthen your right leg. But again, we're not stretching, so place your hand behind your right thigh, so interlace your hands there. Press your heel up. If you want, you can stretch out your leg. If you're like, okay, I've given enough today, that's fine. So lengthen, but just make sure you press your heel away. You will feel something into your calf muscles. And then slowly lift your head, lift your shoulders and walk your hands up. If you want to bring your leg a little bit closer, I leave this all to you, where you want to be. And then bend your knee, come down. So bring your knee with you. Arm on the inside, right arm on the inside of your right leg. And then half happy baby. So you're holding on the outside of your right foot and then bring it down. So it's going to be a bit easier with your left leg bent and the foot on the floor. So press your knee towards your shoulder, or maybe outside of your shoulder, wherever you are. Inhale, exhaling. So we're passively stretching the back of our thigh where it attaches to the hips. And then very slowly lengthen your leg again. And then bend it and place it down. This time, so right leg, right foot on the floor. Lift your left leg up. Hold in the back of your thigh. Then walk it up. Press your heel away. Lift up, lift up. Keep holding onto your leg as you bend your knee. Bring your left arm on the inside of your left leg and then grab the outside of your left foot. So inhaling very gently, exhaling, release, release. So if you feel any strain or anything, stay a bit where you are, and then as with your exhale, see if there is any movements to be had. If not, maybe release a little bit more or just come out of the pose. And then very slowly letting go, bring the arms to the side, stretch out your leg, and bring the right foot and the left foot next to each other. Last one. Bring the soles of the feet together, let your knees flop out. Place your hands onto your thighs. And then gently press your left hand into your left thigh. So we're moving the hips here. We're not closing the knees. We're moving the hips. We're just giving our lower back a little massage, our sacrum area. So you press into your right thigh, moving on to the right, left, right. It's just the lower part of your spine, your sacrum, your tailbone that's moving. Go as fast, as slow as you want. And then coming back to center, place your hands on the outside of your thighs and bring the knees together. Stretch out your right leg, press your heel away, 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 as if you want to create a bit more space into your hip joint, and then place the heel down and relax. Same thing with your left leg, press your heel away, so getting into Shavasana, so wide legs, and then bring it down, release. So release, we're just going to release for a moment the lower body, so maybe flip-flop your toes from side to side, drop your toes out. Legs are getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Tell them it's okay, relax, 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 no more holding. And then feel your hips, how they're heavy. Like just heavy, heavy. Relax your belly. There's no holding anymore. Just relax, relax, relax. And now we're going to reach the right arm out, the left arm. So don't bring your arms at the height of your shoulders or parallel or next to your hips, because that's going to affect work. That's going to create work in your shoulders, and that's not what we want to do. So bring your arms about halfway between the two. If you feel your shoulders are still popping up, press into your head, roll the shoulder blades down, and then come back down, and then maybe wiggle yourself a little bit out to a comfortable place. And then relax your hands. You might feel certain tingling in your whole body, in your palms of the hands. Relax your arms and shoulders, let them drop down. So bring your attention to your shoulders, and as you exhale, let them drop down, and then relax also your chest. Feel your spine, that's really resting, touching the floor, and let it go. Trust the earth, it's going to hold you, it's holding us all. It's talking a little bit loud now, but it's holding us all. Then relax your face, your forehead, your jaw, your eyes, your eyelids, heavy, your ears, let them drop back. Your nose, your lips, your mouth, your throat. Let it all fall down. Feel the support of the earth. And slowly start to reconnect with your breath. Of course, if you want to stay here, stay here. Feel the air coming in and out. Maybe your senses are a little bit more towards your ears. I hope you can hear the birds singing. And very consciously start to move your toes, just your toes. Like if it's the first time and like you're a little baby with a lot of conscious and you're like, whoa. And you move your fingers the same way with the same awareness, opening, closing your hands, maybe moving the wrists a little bit. And taking a breath in and exhaling. You can start to move a little bit in your face. Maybe you want to keep your face super relaxed. You can move your head from side to side. And if you feel the need to stretch out, especially if it's the morning and you need to do quite a lot of things today, you might want to stretch yourself out, reaching the arms up and overhead, stretching at your legs, so bring them closer to each other, taking another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring the knees into the chest. You can gently massage yourself, and you can roll over to the right side or the left side, whatever is more comfortable for you. And eventually moving up into a comfortable seated position. So whatever that is for you, and if you're still lying down, please stay there. Once you're seated, keep your eyes closed. Place your hands onto your thighs. Tuck the chin slightly. Your spine should feel free, long, free, calm. No effort. And I want you to place one hand onto your heart, so the palm flat onto your heart. Maybe not so much your physical heart, but what we also call more our emotional heart. So in the middle of your chest. And then the other palm comes on top of it. Tuck your chin a little bit more. And just think about one thing you're grateful for. And how it fills your heart with love. And fill it up. Fill it up. And take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, open your arms out and spread the love. That's what we want to do. That's what each of us has to do, is spreading love, spreading kindness, being at peace. And you bring the hands back into prayer pose. Thank you so much for sharing this practice, for allowing me to guide you. Connect with your body, with your mind, with your heart. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day or night, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Namaste.
Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you. I just wanna